All right, Shalom. Shalom. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, Great Millstone, who were well. Salutation, much love to Yakim out there, pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. And this is the brother Ash, Great Millstone, Tampa. Back with another lesson. Lord's will is going to be edifying to the hopeful elect. And just going to go in this through the spirit here. I was meditating last night on a few things or a few precepts here, about being hated and being persecuted for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's sake. All right, because ultimately, as the Lord said, the servant is not greater than his master. Okay, so we gotta be in the mindset of that everyone is going to hate us, and that's what it is. And it's not because of, it shouldn't be because of what we be doing outside of, teaching this word. It should be because they hated Yahweh Shai, all right? So they're going to hate us by default, all right? They should hate you for Yahweh Shai's sake, not for you being degenerate, like a nigga in the street. But let's go to John 7:7. It says, the world cannot hate you, but me it hated, because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil. So the Lord is testifying against these works. All right. Oh, Slakia. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So the world hates this place because, or Slakia, the world hates Yahweh Shai. This place hates Yahweh Shai because he testify of it that the works thereof are evil. Okay. And Yahweh Shai being the light. Let's get another preset: hate, light, deeds. Okay. The reason they hate, light. Okay, never mind. Let me get it in the, because the blue letter, you got to put it exactly, keyword. You know what? I know where it's at, though. Let's see here. Yeah, it's in John. There we go. Salakia. This is John. John chapter 3, verse 19. It says, and this is the condemnation, that the light is come into the world. And again, Yahweh Shai is that light. And men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds are evil. So people love the darkness because what they can hide in there. But what the light exposes them. Okay, the light brings their wickedness to the forefront. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. Right? They go running the opposite way because they know they're going to be found naked. All right, they're going to be found to be wicked. So that's why people don't want to run to the word. All right, because the word was made flesh, right? And that's what we're coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. So what are we doing? We're speaking his words. Okay, this is not of us. The Lord is in us. The light is in us, which is Yahweh Shai. Verse 21. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light. Right? Do is an action. All right. Truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they were wrought in the Most High. So the Lord is covering us. Even though we were Gentiles at one point, we were wicked, the Lord is covering us through his mercy. All right. Through this bloodshed, his sacrifice that he was presented himself as. Okay. But let's go back to that John 7 and verse 7. It says, the world cannot hate you, but it hateth me. But me it hateth, because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil. So again, you got to remember these things. You going throughout your day and you wondering for no reason, random people might be rude to you or cut you off, or your people at the work might be giving you hell. It's because they hate Yahweh Shai. It's not they hate you. They hate Yahweh Shai, man. Don't take it personal. It's just business. What do you expect? The Lord told you these things would happen. Well, you thought this was just going to be a cakewalk, that you were going to be loved by the people? No, you're going to be hated for no reason at all. As Yahweh, well, actually for a good reason, all right. But Yahweh was actually hated for no reason. He was blameless. He was perfect, but he still was buffeted. He still had to suffer. All right. He still died, even though he was perfect, committed no sin. All right. He conquered death. And here it is, you're complaining that you catching hell from random people. Guess what? Deal with it. Yahweh dealt with it. What's your excuse? You know, because you got guys that'll come into this truth, catch some hell, and then just go back to the world because they don't want to deal with it no more, right? And that's that seed that grew by the wayside. You know, it was choked up. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Choked. Uh, Thorns. There we go. Thorns. I think it's in a. Yeah, this is Matthew 13. I'll pull it up on the screen real quick. This is Matthew 13. Because this is what happens with these guys. They become disgruntled because they catching hell. But they didn't count the cost. They didn't think that they thought everything was going to be sweet and dandy to the church just showed up. No. Matthew 13 and 22 says, he also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. All right. There you go, man. Or even yet better. I'll start 21. Yet hath he not, verse 20. You know what? I just started at the top of the parable. This is Matthew 13:18. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom, right, which is the gospel. This is what we're talking about when we go out there. We're talking about the kingdom. But for us to get there, like Acts 14 and 22 says, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. It says, and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is which received seed by the wayside. All right, yeah, he didn't even come into nothing. He just heard the truth and then just kept it moving, whatever. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same as he that heareth the word and anon with joy receiveth it. Yeah, Karnak, yeah, that's right. The white man is the devil. That's right. You know, come, that's right. Got the fringes down to the foot. It says, yet hath he not root in himself. Right. He wasn't founded. He didn't have the foundation in Yahweh. He had the sand foundation. It says, but dureth for a while, for when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended, and then boom, nowhere to be found. And we ain't even seen the real persecution yet. We ain't seen the real hate that we're going to see. But you got to remember that there's a good thing about this final time, the last days that we live in. The Lord is about to lift up a standard. Okay, it ain't gonna be you killing the prophets no more. You ain't gonna have your way with the prophets. See, the time of mocking the prophets is coming to an end, and what comes after that? They mock the prophets of the Most High to the wrath came upon them. Right? That's what it says. Second Chronicles 36 and 15. And the Lord, Yahweh Shai, their father sent to them by his messengers, the prophets, rising up B times and sending, and it rising up B times. That was a characteristic of the prophets, man. They'd be up early in the morning, preaching, teaching, prophesying. Even Yahweh Shai, it said you read in the accounts that he would rise up early. He'd be up in the temple teaching early. He was a prophet, the chief prophet. It says, and sending because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. So the Lord's having compassion on you people, man. That's why he sends his prophets out there, and you hate them. Here it is, the Lord. This is the Lord showing you compassion, and you hate the ones that he sent. So again, as we read in John 7, you don't hate us. You hate the one that sent it. You hate Yahweh Shai. That's why Yahweh Shai said they can't hate you. All right, they hate me. And if they hate me, they hate the one that sent me. All right. But don't worry, John, the Lord is praying for those that are sincere and faithful. John 17. But let's go back to this says, but they mocked the messengers or the prophets of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh, Shimi Shai, arose against his people till there was no remedy. So this is the outcome, and this is where we're at. The mocking and scoffing is coming to an end. It's about to be our turn to laugh, okay? In the face of you being butchered. And so that's the thing, you're gonna hate us, and we're not doing anything. Here it is, the devil is poisoning you daily, poisoning your minds, taking your children, causing confusion, bombing people, all kind of murder and genocide and robbery, all the and lies. But you hate us for telling you the truth. That's why you're gonna get what you deserve. So let's go back to John 15 and we'll start at around 18. It says disciples' relation to the world. What should our relationship be with the world? Should people love us? Should we be in cahoots with the world? Let's find out. If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. Boom. So don't think it not strange if you're hated for no reason. You're supposed to be. You're supposed to be hated. We're not rock band. It's not a rock band. All right. This isn't the R&B crew. All right. We ain't getting the Golden Globe nominees. All right. We're telling people their judgments. All right. You're not going to be liked for that. And people can call it negative. Well, we're just reading the word of the Lord. You either believe it or you don't. I thought you were a God-fearing Christian. What happened? It says, if ye were of the world would love its own. Right. If we were some niggas, because again, we were in the world at one point and people loved us. But as soon as we picked up the scriptures and changed our ways, all right, turned to the Lord, then all of a sudden the people start loving us and separating themselves from us. It says, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, right? I chose Jesus. I accepted Jesus in my heart. The scriptures say, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. And right here it just said, but I have chosen you out of the world. So the Lord pulls you out of the world. He chooses you out of the world in the midst of your folly or whatever you were doing in your life. All right, some earlier than others, but nonetheless, you still are chosen out of the world, not the other way around. You don't choose to leave the world. You're chosen to leave it. How about that? Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. So, of course, you're going to catch hell. People are just going to hate you for no reason. They're going to give you a hard time. Satan's on him. That's his job. Remember the account of Job? What was his job? His job was to give hell unto Job. What do you think? Satan's just doing his job. They even persecuted our Lord and Savior, the one that was perfect, where no God was found. And you're complaining. You know you're wicked. That's why we need mercy. We need salvation. It says, if they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for the sin. He that hateth me hateth my Father also. So again, they don't hate us; they hate Yahushai. And if they hate Yahushai, guess what? They hate the Lord, Yahweh. Okay, and this is you gotta remember this when you catch in hell. It's just a part of it, and it's gonna get worse. Okay, it's gonna get worse. The BUTDs, what? Oh, the blessed. Okay. We get Luke 6:20, and he lifted up his eyes on his disciples. I don't know why this keep turning off. And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of Yahweh. Okay. Kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And who's he talking to? His disciples. All right. So we're blessed, brothers. The kingdom is ours. It's been promised unto us under Yahushai. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. It's our turn to be on top, brothers. The Lord is about to change the table up. Of course, we're going to be persecuted. It's part of it. You have to be willing to suffer for this thing, and you have to be willing to be persecuted and reproached. if you want to be laughing and be filled. Okay? This is just part of the journey. This is part of the condition of the battle. You must go through this hatred and persecution, being the offscore of the earth, being the blunt the end of every joke, whatever the saying goes, right? And it's gonna get worse again. You're gonna be looked at as a demonic, you know, with warlock, bug out when the Lord starts doing miracles, man. People are gonna think we're doing some voodoo. You're gonna be hated even in the face of doing miracles, as the Lord did. You know. So what you think when you start doing, if the Lord allows you to, right? If you don't believe, you won't receive. But you think you just because you do a miracle, the people are gonna love you. You better read the scriptures, because the Lord did plenty of miracles, and guess what? Guess what happened to him? Luke 6:22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company. And again, they've done that. You've if you're in this truth, you should have experienced this by now. If you haven't experienced this by now, then are you really following after Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai? I'm not talking about just you quoting scriptures and regurgitate something you heard on YouTube. I'm talking about, are you living this word? It says, and shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. They're going to cast out your name as evil. They're going to say you're evil even if you don't do a miracle. People are going, the things you teach and the things you believe is going to have you labeled as evil for Yahweh Shai's sake, man. Says, rejoice in that day and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. There you go, man. Our reward is at hand. Okay. This is the time the Lord is going to come and restore the things unto his faithful ones, right? That were predestinated before the foundations of the earth. But again, we have to take these things cheerfully. Okay, this is our punishment. You know. Let's go to Baruch, chapter 4. We'll get a couple more precepts and close out. And Lord's will, I'll come back on live tonight with the brother Ariyah, probably around 8:45. Lord's will. But this is Baruch 4 and 25 says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. And yeah, and as a whole people, we've suffered together, right? You know, all 12 tribes, we've suffering, man. Look at the condition of our people. But then here it is, the prophets, right, come on the scene, giving you some sense of hope, showing you the light, guiding you to the light, telling you to repent, for the kingdom of heaven's at hand. And we are hated more than niggas in the world. Ain't that something? The gangbanger Pookie is more like than you are for believing in this truth. Ain't that something? It says, for thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. All right. So we just gotta wait a little longer, man, because we're gonna get all our enemies back. Okay. If there's enemies of our people, they're gonna be destroyed. Okay, and they'll come back in their right minds. And especially the heathen, that's unset. You know, there's no need to speak on them because we already know the deal with them. All right. And again, all our enemies will see it. Won't put their foot on their neck. So we'll end off on this Revelation 11. I'll back that up. Revelation 11 and 12. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. So our enemies are going to see. So you can persecute us, you can hate us, you can do whatever you want to us. Just know you will witness us ascending to the heavens to meet the Lord in the air, which we'll get that next, and we'll end up on that actually. Let's read a couple different versions here. NLT, then a loud voice from heaven called the two prophets, come up here, and they rose to heaven in clouds as their enemies watched. I mean, that's pretty much as simple as it gets. All right. What was I gonna get? Thessalonians, I think I was gonna get. Yeah. First Thessalonians 4. Is it 4? Nope. It's 5. All right, buddy. Meet the Lord in the air. That was Thessalonians 4. Yeah, this is First Thessalonians 4:17. Started 15. See, so again, the point I'm bringing this out at the end because we're gonna be hated. We will be persecuted. We will be labeled as evil and all kind of things. But hey, fret not, man. The Lord is with us, and if the Lord be with us, who can be against us? First Thessalonians 4:15. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. Yeah, the ones that die for Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They're gonna be good, right? But I personally want to be part of them which are alive, right? I want to physically be here to see the downfall of this devil, to see these people starving in the streets. I want to see the Lord's judgment, and I also want to see his great mercy through his salvation. Okay, I want to see the faces. I want to be standing in front of the people so I can see their faces when the chariots show up. And as they bugging out, and the men of the Lord around them are praising Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. I want to see their faces then. We'll see where all the laughs and the scoffing and mocking is then. Because shortly after that, very shortly, if not simultaneously, they're gonna eat them. They're gonna be seeing missiles and getting nuclear alarms going off, sirens. It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout. Yeah, the Lord's going to descend. And what we read in Revelation, we're going to ascend. The Lord's going to come down for us, and we're going to go up to meet him in the air. And then, hey, the missiles are coming down. The Lord's coming down with the missiles. That's one of his armies. It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead Hamashiach shall rise first. So the ones that were asleep, that died for Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, they're going to rise first. They're going to literally rise first out of the graves. How about that? And then simultaneously, the wicked, the ones that have died, are going to raise up as well, but they're going to raise up to eat a missile. That's in Revelation as well. Verse 17, then we which are alive, right? The ones that made it through Jacob's trouble, the ones that kept the faith, didn't take the mark of the beast. All right. The ones that kept the faith and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, right? Ascend, like we read in Revelation 11. It says, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. Hey, Jacob's trouble is at hand, man. But the kingdom of heaven is at hand as well. Keep the faith, all right, and endure. So I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash, double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone who were well. Lord's willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect out there. And, much love to the elect of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. With that, I want to say shalom.